for anybody that doesn't know, my name is Kenny. I've been working with Vegan FTA for almost 1 year now, creating content and working on social media, etc., stuff like that. But way more importantly, if you could introduce yourself and let us know a bit about Wishbone Animal Rights Lab, which is what we're here to talk about. If you could introduce yourself and yeah, just let us know a bit about what Wishbone Animal Rights Lab is. Please.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I'll try. I'm very nervous, so I'm hoping I don't choke like my beloved Maple Leaf under the pressure. That's
no, don't worry.
They're the local hockey team. So, well, I'm Sue Spar. And two of my team members are here, Mike Wigmore and Alec Bosset, and they have thrown me into out to do this all by myself. So, but oh, there's Alec. Okay, all right. I want Mike to just throw his head in. So he might. He's shy. I saw him. So I guess I've written some cheat notes here. So the lab, awesome, as it's known, is the dream child that was co-founded by my sister Sharon Spar and myself. We're completely volunteer-driven and largely self-funded. Here at the lab, vegan is the default, not the lame vegan option that we're also used to. We have regular non-vegan visitors whom we do welcome with open arms, but they are expected to follow our policies. For example, we don't allow any animal-based food on the premises. So basically, we want to give animal activists the edge over their non-vegan counterparts. Since our movement comes up against so many roadblocks. Well, you know, animal rights is pretty much the new kid on the block in the world of social justice movements. And we're up against opponents with deep pockets and vested financial interests. Attention spans have greatly diminished. And I mean, I don't know, maybe people aren't even here anymore after I've spoken for 30 seconds, there, right? So, and people are consuming myths, dis, and malinformation at an alarming rate. And humans do tend to walk in lockstep with whatever's popular or normal. So to help counter all of that, the lab intends to do for animal rights what traditional incubators do for tech startups. It's basically a creativity incubator for animal change makers. We provide resources and support for creative activists in the making. We teach the average advocate how to flex their creative muscle. We produce savvier, well-trained activists, and we work to build a bulletproof animal activist and artivist community. So, but the first phase of Wishbone is the actual physical component that I'm sitting in. It's located, it's 1,270 square feet, broken into 2 units, but it's located downtown Toronto. It's a one-stop shop. And we know there's no lack of talent, skill, and imagination in our movement, but we do live in the real world, and almost always lacking is time, money, and know-how, which are obstacles that, I mean, people look for any kind of excuse, right? Can lead to procrastination and demotivation. So to remove those barriers and those excuses and to harness creative juice, we're smoothing the way, and we're providing inclusive space, equipment, literature, and training. And it's all free for non-commercial animal rights related pursuits. And it's just meant to bridge the gap between the bright lights in our movement, wanting to do something, into actually doing it, and then doing it well. So
wow, yeah, that is so cool. I can imagine that anybody who's watching that's from, well, I don't think most all cities don't have something like this. So I can imagine that the people that are watching are like, damn, I wish there was something like that in my area. What I'm interested to know, actually, by the way, is how do you keep it, like, is it non-profit? How do you keep it free for the patrons?
Well, as I said, it is primarily self-funded, so it has been bootstrapped for, you know, the most part.
Yeah.
So, you know, no little pension fund in for my retirement, but
I see.
but
See.
we are reaching out to. I mean, we do have a kind of a fundraising plan in place, and we are gonna, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're open to like donors and such.
Oh well. Oh, yeah. What
Yeah.
a horrible thought. Like what a, yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
we have a lot of expensive equipment here. I mean, we
Yeah.
provide a professionally equipped recording studio, a
Yeah.
sound dampened podcast room and editing suite.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're providing programming to not to donors. Oh boy, you got me all excited about that donor idea. Through regularly held workshops and training sessions. We have event, office, and meeting space. We have an equipment and activism supplies lending library with things like megaphones and VR headsets, chalk and that sort of thing, an extensive resource center with a lot of rare and vintage titles. So we're basically using this Toronto location as a pilot project, and then with tweaking and customization, we feel like the concept could be replicated and rolled out in communities large and small, locally and globally, so that, you know, artivists and activists anywhere, their visions can come to life, and then small town vegans aren't excluded. I was a small town vegan, so I know the pain.
Same. Yeah, same. I know the struggles.
Yeah.
So like
the struggle is real.
Yeah, it really is. So people, do they use your facilities to create content for social media and stuff like that, or is it mostly a collaborative space for like street activism, or is it a bit of both?
Well, so far, I mean, more the latter, but we're,
Yeah.
you know, ramping up right now, and we really want to get people's creativity out there, like get their, you know, if they want to do a cooking show or whatever whatever they can dream up, we're here to, you know, make it real.
Yeah, that is so amazing. That is really, really cool. I would really, really like to know, actually, just because the brand name is slightly unusual, where did you come up with the brand Wishbone?
Okay, well,
there it is.
This is Vish. Well, honestly, I've had a vegan heart since I was little, but, you know, with indoctrination and everything, I was stuck in that world of, you know, abusing and exploiting animals myself. But since I was tiny, I've been whispering the same wish on birthday candles and shooting stars, and of course, way back when on turkey wishbones. And I would always wish, and to this day, that people stop hurting animals. So it was that total cognitive dissonance, right? So this is Vish. He's our ambassador of anti-speciesism. And he reminds us that casual speciesism is very prevalent and pervasive in our society, and that these common and seemingly benign actions, like making a wish on a wishbone, have serious consequences for animals. But if you look what's growing out of his broken clavicle, from a seed sown in the most unlikely of places, it's bright green hope. So we feel that using the wishbone as our symbol encourages critical thought, and with our name being slightly uncomfortable, we do create opportunities to have the speciesism discussion opened up again and again. And then people also tend to relax their defenses when uncomfortable truths are delivered via humor or entertainment or relatability, or come from the mouth of a cute cartoon being. So we feel that the people snapping wishbones one day may go vegan the next.
That's incredible. I love that.
Sorry, Vish. There we go.
That's so awesome. Yeah, I love that. I think like just what's burning in my mind, I'm sure that many activists that are watching this or who will watch this later are just thinking, like, if they're not in Toronto, that I'm sure they wish there was something like this in their city. But to the activists and vegans that are close to your area or in your area, what would you say to them if they're thinking like, man, like, I'd love to come along? I know a lot of people struggle with anxiety and social situations and collaborative efforts. Like for a lot of people, that can be a struggle.
Yeah.
What would you say to anybody who wants to
One of
come and anybody who
those
maybe
people.
you're
I'm one of those people.
one of those people?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
all.
don't
I think
seem
we
like it,
all
but
are.
well, I'd
Yeah,
say, I mean, Wishbone has something for everyone, so it's
yeah,
suitable for any level of activism. There's no judgment here. They can organically grow their activism at their own pace. Um, and since every person on the planet is uniquely wired and different things resonate with different people, we do understand there's no one foolproof method of activism. So vegans new to Wishbone don't have to do stereotypical forms of activism like standing on a street corner and yelling and holding up a sign. We encourage people and we welcome them to draw upon their strengths and skills and interests, their platforms, basically because we believe animals don't care why someone stops hurting and exploiting them, just that they do. Just that they and it's also a place to meet other like-minded and like-hearted people. So do keep an eye on our events calendar on our website. It's truly a space where animal advocates can call our own, where our shared commitment to improving the lives of our non-human planet mates binds us together, even as we're employing different tactics or we're focusing on different aspects of the larger problem. And we have lots of projects incubating in the Petri dish, so we welcome anyone's ideas and let's see what we can do with them. We have lots of our own too. But.
amazing. Yeah, that's so cool. I really do hope it inspires some Toronto vegans and activists to come by. It's sort of a perfect segue actually into the final question I think that I had for you, which is like, what would be like your idea of like Wishbone has done what I wanted to do, like what looks like ultimate like success to the idea of like what Wishbone is?
Well, I mean, of course, the ultimate long-term, if we can talk big goal, it's to open eyes, minds, and hearts of the public and normalize veganism to such an extent that becomes the default or the new normal. And of course, I want us to achieve our desire to end speciesism and get animals off of dinner plates and laboratory tables and clothing factory belts and out of sports, recreation, entertainment. But in the right now short term to work towards that goal, at least locally. We want to increase and mobilize and support the Toronto and area animal rights community into a thriving, effective entity and just let their creative juices flow freely and just saturate the streets and airwaves and advertising, etc. And we want to inspire people to incorporate at least simple activism into their everyday lives. So step out of their comfort zones and just continue stretching themselves to do more and more. We do ask here that activists check their egos and drama at the door and focus on what matters, which is showing up and fighting for animals on our planet, like being humans, right? You know, we go in and we do also want to build our Wimpire, which is the Wishbone Empire, and see animal rights centers dotting the landscape in municipalities big and small around the world. And I guess this is time to so please get in touch with us if you're interested in that and opening.
It's so amazing. I do really believe that if there was more like places like this, there would be more activists. So I guess like everyone's goal as a vegan is to like ultimately, I believe like everyone wants to see a vegan world. Yeah. But like to the point.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, we don't want much. Like we're not hard to please. But yeah, to the more immediate thing, like I just do believe that if there was more collaborative spaces like this and somewhere that a vegan could go, there would probably be more activists, like because it's such a to feel alone as a vegan. Like what if you're like the only vegan in the area and you're like, oh, I'd love to get active, but I'm
It's like
terrified.
the
Yeah.
that show, The Only Gay in the Village. Remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah, the
Yeah.
only vegan in the village. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
legit.
did find, Toronto had a really thriving animal rights community pre-COVID. And I
Yeah.
think, with COVID, it did just kind of rob people of their routines and their motivation and all of that. So I'm seeing it coming back, in a big way, and starting to see people, coming back to the scene. And they've said that, if this place hadn't been here, they wouldn't have bothered, because it's just a spot where they can come and, attend an event, or, a strategy meeting, whatever. So it's been really helpful in doing that. So.
Yeah, beautiful stuff.
And I mean, I guess I could give some of our contact details for people to check out our website. It's wishbonearlab.ca. It's still kind of a zygote. It's a little bit of, it's not fully baked, but it's coming along. And then our socials, we are Wishbone AR Lab on both Facebook and Instagram.
Wishbone AR.
I'm just moving my head out of the way so you can see our QR code.
Oh, beautiful.
And this wasn't set up here for that. It just happened to be set up here because we actually did want to highlight some artwork that we had on the wall. We've got a lot of really great artwork in here, and we've got a beautiful chalk masterpiece that a local chalktivist has done. So,
Oh, yeah.
if I was more
that.
tech savvy, I could turn the phone around and show you, but let's not push our luck here.
It is a really beautiful idea. I think that you're really onto something amazing. I know I speak for everyone at Vegan FDA when I say, like, we do wish you, like, all the success with it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It just sounds like the most amazing.
Well, I mean, whatever we can do for animals, right? That's what matters here. So, I mean, it's not my success. It ultimately is, going to positively affect animals.
Yeah, so everybody who is watching, make sure that you do check out Wishbone Animal Rights Lab. So everyone, please do check them out. It's the most amazing idea. And I hope that people are inspired by what you're doing and open more places like this in cities across the world.
Yeah,
I really do believe it would make more activists. Yeah, amazing. It was really, really good to speak to you.
It's good to see you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.